What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got Road to the Final Alexandro to review, and Road to the Final Team 2 is finally out. We are seeing also some insane players like Promise. We saw Sissoko in there, and there is some other absolutely insane players that I do want to give a cheeky review to. Well, Alexandro, as he is the SBC, he's always going to be the first one. Now, how Juventus are doing in the in the Champions League is actually pretty decent. They are currently second behind Barcelona, and I believe the other two teams, they're not the greatest. So I feel like Alexandro is probably guaranteed to get upgraded. So that is interesting to see how far this card can really get, because if I'm going to be honest, if he gets up to like a 90 or even like a 91, you could honestly be seeing the best fullback in the whole game. Because one thing I'm always going to dislike about Alexandro is how he feels on the ball. I've never liked how he felt on the ball. It's just so slow. It's just so sluggish. So hopefully this card is obviously better. He has got 83 pace, 82 defending, 82 physical with 79 passing as well. 5'11". Decent height, very decent height. It pretty much means he will most likely be challenging those backstick headers for, like, let's say Ronaldo. Ronaldo is a backstick, obviously Ronaldo being very tall, he'll most likely out-header Alexandro, but anyone smaller than Ronaldo, I really doubt will out-header Alexandro. High medium work rates. Interesting, very interesting, because for a fullback, you don't really see a high medium work rate a lot. It's rather medium high or even medium medium. You do not see high medium at all. So I am going to see how that plays in game. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot is not the end of the world. Now I feel like there's only one chem style for this guy, and it is going to be the Shadow. I feel like Anchor is obviously pretty decent, but you need the pace, because nowadays you pretty much match like a informed Rashford, gold Rashford, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Neymar, pretty much every single game. So you're going to have to obviously have pace with your fullbacks to catch up to those kind of players. So Shadow is hands down the way to go. 90 acceleration, 95 sprint speed. He's got a pace now. Shooting aspect, 81 shot power, 73 long shots with 71 attacking positioning is not bad. But let's all be fair. You don't really want to take a shot of Alexandro, because most likely with those 56 finishing, it's not going to go in. Now, passing ability. I like my fullbacks to have decent passing ability, because I like time to time to do those cheeky O-top through balls from one side of the pitch complete to the other, or just down the line. And him having 73 long passing is honestly a bit worrying, but it's something we are going to have to deal with, and hopefully it's not actually as bad as I am thinking it to be. Short passing though looks pretty decent. Dribbling. Now, as I said, I don't like how he feels on the ball at all. Like, I've never liked how Alexandro, even all these past cards, I've never liked how he felt on the ball. I always felt like Alexandro is a defensive fullback, where you're going to use him to go in for tackles, you're going to use him to catch up to players, and you're going to use him just to pass away. You're never going to use him going forward, and that is something that's always stuck with me. But a player that has 79 agility, 81 dribbling, 78 balance, it doesn't look great. Let's all be fair, it does not look great. But that's the interesting thing. Because it is a Road to the Final card, it can obviously get upgraded. Now, this is where it gets a bit tasty, and this is where you have to rub your hands a little bit, because defending stats, my God. 93 interceptions, he's got 82 heading accuracy, 86 defensive awareness, 92 stand tackling, with 98 slide tackling as well. This guy is an absolute beast. Literally just going in for tackles, slide tackles, interceptions, and I'm hoping with that defensive awareness he can also track players by himself. Now, if we're talking about physicals, 78 strength, 83 aggression, 91 stamina, and it is something that I realized from that gold card that I did use a few weeks back in draft. I realized that Alexandro's card says he has low strength, but in game this guy bodies players to the ground. So I honestly feel like that 78 strength is most likely going to be a lie. Now, when I'm linking him up, I have linked him up with Thiago Silva and Gosens. I've also got like Rodriguez, Sain, and Allen in this team. I will be playing Alexandro in a 4-4-2 in that left back position, but what I tend to do with fullbacks, just to test them out a bit more, because let's say my opponent is playing down the middle, I tend to put him into the CDM position in a 4-2-3-1, so I'll also do that with Alexandro. But let's get into the games. So the one thing I do want to test out first off is going to be how he feels on the ball, and I'll tell you what, it actually doesn't feel bad. It definitely feels better than his gold card. Gonna go for a ball roll. That's a nice footwork with a little fake shot as well. Okay, Alexandro, I see you. I see you. Let's go for that over top through ball. It's going to be a pretty decent pass, but Mateus is straight onto that. Now, there is one thing I always love to do with Ferland Mendy, and it is just run straight down the line. And I can tell you right now, Alexandro is not actually bad at it, but he is 100% slower than Ferland Mendy, so he can't actually get past their fullback. Even though I have Alexandro on stay back while attacking, you can actually see his attacking presence by just seeing that run. He's always making those consistent runs in behind, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. Like, look at him. He's literally up there because my left wing is actually in that left back position, so he stays up there. I'm not sure how to feel about that because that's always going to be annoying, right? Because when it comes down to defense, I am going to get countered on that side. I can already tell Alexandro is definitely going to be one of those players that you have to keep it very simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it because you are going to lose the ball in a very tight situation and you are most likely going to lose the ball. So don't try to go, you know, for runs with him. Don't try to start pulling out skill moves. Just keep it very simple. Like if the guy's coming towards me at any stage, maybe I just pass away. There you go. It's just simple as that. Gonna go for the switch here. Hopefully he can actually do it and yeah. That's that vision and long passing, so I definitely do not recommend trying to switch that ball because trust me, it is not going to work. Nice, really, really good interception. That was my fault, to be fair, because I ran him out like a lunatic, let's say, because I didn't even really think about it. I just went for it. Then he actually recovered pretty well and went in for a very good tackle. Going to turn. There you go. I was just waiting for the perfect moment so he can obviously turn into me. And you know Alexandro, with his amazing standing tackle, he's always going to come out with that ball. A few step overs. Going to try play that ball. It is going to be a perfect pass as well. Hopefully we can actually get a goal with this. Ball roll. R1 dribbling. Complicated it. Alexandro, I'm going to go for a slide tackle. It is going to be a perfect slide tackle. The reason I went for a slide tackle there is because I realised my centre-backs were actually out of position. So I went for that slide tackle for that passing lane and he actually ended up getting it. Now, if you're actually thinking of playing Alexandro in that CDM position, I definitely do recommend not going out and just like running at people with him. Because I honestly feel like Alexandro is more of a passive CDM than he is of a, you know, running out, a very aggressive CDM. I feel like he just plays way, way better when you take your time and just really think about the tackle. There's a through ball, pretty much wide open as well, and it is going to be a perfect pass. Okay, let's try this again, boys. Ball roll, take shot. Scoop turn, gonna pass to the edge there, take a touch, gonna go for that easy finish, and it is gonna be a perfect goal, and it all started from Alexandro. Nice, really good interception. What I actually did there was I went to go intercept a pass to Son. He didn't actually end up passing it to him, but I know Alexandro is a very, very fast player, so he can obviously recover and actually go for another interception by the time that guy actually passes the ball. So yeah, in these kind of situations, what you want to do is just pass the ball. Do not try to shield a player off because his strength, even though it says 79, I believe it's higher in game for those contact-to-contact animations, but I feel like for shielding players off, it definitely is 79. It's just one of those ones where a player can get past it very easy. He's actually decided to make a run here, and I haven't even told him to make this run, which is interesting because there's a kind of a pass down there. I'm going to pass to the edge of the box again. Nah, we couldn't get that. That's that high medium work rates coming into play. But seeing, obviously, he saw the gap in behind. He was like, you know what? Why not? Let's go for a run. And I'm not really against that if he obviously sees the space. Going to go in for a slide tackle, and it is going to be a perfect slide tackle. Right there, I wanted to be aggressive. The reason I wanted to be aggressive right there is because I knew what he was going to do. I knew he was going to take not the greatest touch, and he was pretty much going to be an easy tackle. Going to go for the dummy, and I am going to switch the ball all the way to the other side. So that's something good to know. The fact that he can obviously switch the ball with an X ball rather than an LBY ball. So it is time to review him, and I did only end up playing 2 games, but I ended up fully actually playing 5 games and 1 goal. The reason you are not seeing the goal or you didn't see the first 3 games is because I recorded a review and I didn't have the mic on. So yeah, that is probably why this upload is very, very late. So I'm sorry about that. But either way, this card, I'm going to be real, it is really good. And the fact that it can still get upgraded is very interesting to see. But there is some bad parts to this card, without a doubt. There is some interesting parts, let's say. 5'11" is really nice because he can obviously win those back stick headers, but at the same time he's got a good tackle reach and he has got a good interception reach. High medium work rates are quite annoying for a fullback. I prefer medium high myself because I don't use my fullbacks too much when going forward, but I can see why high medium would be pretty decent, because let's say you're running down the wing with your left winger and you want to cut back. Alex Sandro is actually going to be there waiting for that ball. But with a medium-high player, you're always going to see them all the way back. And that obviously gets annoying time to time. So if you are a player that goes down the wing, cuts back, passes to your fullback, obviously Alex Sandro is going to be perfect. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot is pretty decent. But the thing is, 3-star skill moves is very hard to get like angles with, and obviously in tight situations you can't pull out like a Berber spin or anything like that, which is always going to be annoying. But the thing is, with his kind of dribbling, you don't really want to overcomplicate it. I'm going to be serious that you do not. His dribbling is not amazing. It's smooth, but it's not amazing. And that's the interesting thing. The fact that this card can still get upgraded, and God knows what Juventus will obviously get knocked out in, or even let's say Juventus win it, which I'm going to be real, I highly doubt it. It could obviously be a decent upgrade. It could be a very decent upgrade, and those upgrades could save this card's dribbling. And that, I felt like, was the main problem about him. The fact that he can't be smooth, or not smooth on the ball, like fluent on the ball. I can't just sit there and, you know, run in a straight line, because I know he's most likely going to take a bad touch. So it's always going to get annoying. But either way, pace, I would definitely give his pace a 8.7 out of 10. It's not insane, and it's not going to catch up to the Mbappe's. So just keep that in mind. Shooting, even though you guys didn't see a goal in this review, in the review that I did when my mic was muted, he scored an absolute banger. It was a finesse shot from outside the box. Now, obviously, I'm not going to give him a high rating just because of one finesse shot, right? So for shooting, I am still going to give him a 6 out of 10, maybe even a 5 out of 10. It's not great. Not great at all. Passing ability. RBYs down the line do work, very consistent, and that is something I do love to see. But the thing is, the LBYs across the other side of the pitch do not. Now, if you want to export it on the other side of the pitch, it does work. So just keep that in mind. But for passing, I am only going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Dribbling, because as I said multiple times, he does not feel great on the ball. You already know he's not going to get an insane, you know, overall when it comes down to the dribbling. But for dribbling, I will give him... I'll give him like a 7.5. No, I wouldn't. Actually, 7.8. Because it's not terrible. It's really not. It's not terrible. It's not to the point where it's unusable. That's why I don't want to, you know, send a message to you guys. I don't want to tell you guys that it's insanely unusable when it comes down to dribbling. Because it's not. Because it is usable. So I will still give him a 7.8. But that definitely needs to be improved. Please, Juventus, get far in the Champions League. Because if you do, we could see, hands down, one of the best fullbacks in the game. Because this is where it gets a bit interesting. Defending. Insane. Absolutely insane. The tackles this guy puts in, the slide tackles, the defensive awareness, the interceptions, everything is there. So for the defending, I will give him a 9.3 out of 10. And for physicals, even though it says 78 strength, which I believe I actually said 79 in the review, but either way, only +1. 78 strength, it seems like in those contact-to-contact situations, it seems like it's higher than 78. By far, it seems like it's higher. But it's not to the point where, you know, you're going to send someone completely onto the floor. So the strength definitely does still need improving. Aggression is pretty decent when going in for tackles. And stamina did make him last throughout the whole 90 minutes. But for physicals, I am going to give him an 8.4 out of 10. But an overall rating out of 10, I am going to give him an 8.5. The reason I am giving him an 8.5 and not like a 9 or even a 9.2 is because there's some aspects to his game that definitely need improving. But that's why he's a road to the final card. So those aspects that, you know, have a bit of potential to be improved can be improved, and hopefully they are improved, because as I said, this card could be one of the best fullbacks in the game, hands down. Easy, worth it, 100%. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and for now, peace.